Listen, he can't blame me for not wanting to be his doormat or for the Democrats not wanting to be their doormat. I mean, all we consistently hear from them is they have this mandate that the American people gave them. Well, I am saying that I have a mandate from my district, and it does not involve cutting Medicaid, cutting Medicare. Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. If they want to get their draconian stuff passed that's going to hurt my constituents, they're going to do it by themselves.
And what's very worrisome is that so many veterans who work in federal government agencies are now being fired for various reasons as a result.
Approximately 1/3 of our workforce for the federal government, they're veterans.
And we want to make sure those veterans are protected by all means.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the Oval Office. So why are they already blaming Democrats for their failures? We're heading towards another government shutdown, and instead of governing, they're doing what they do best: gaslighting, deflecting, and shifting blame before the fallout even hits.
They're planning to vote down this simple bill. They are going to try to shut the government down. Every House Democrat will participate in this, it looks like. That would be a shame if it's true. I hope some of them will have a moment of clarity themselves and do the right thing, but it looks like they're going to try to shut down the government.
Yeah, I'm going to say that we don't want the government to shut down. And frankly, this president has single-handedly not just been shutting the government down, but literally trying to dismantle it. And I haven't heard a word out of them.
Create the problem, make sure that their billionaire donors profit from it, and when it all blows up, blame the Democrats. And no one's calling out their lies better than Jasmine Crockett. Crockett laid it out clearly. This bill is a disaster. Republicans are slashing veterans' benefits. They're going after Medicare and Medicaid. They're gutting funding for everyday Americans while handing more to their billionaire donors.
Well, if this is how they want to govern, then you're going to have to get your own house in order. But you can't come to us and just say, here, take it. And we're supposed to say, yes, thank you so much for making us take it. That is not why we were elected. And we want the American people to see that these people cannot function.
Mike Johnson is already trying to frame Democrats as the problem. He's out there whining about how Democrats are screaming and cursing as if his own party isn't filled with extremists who cheer on insurrectionists and roll out the red carpet for the worst people imaginable. This is the same Republican Party that pardoned January 6 rioters, embraced guys like the Tate brothers, and rallies behind a former president who just got fined for violating a gag order. Now they want to cry about civility. Give us a break. Meanwhile, it's Republicans who are actually throwing the tantrum. They're furious that people like Jasmine Crockett and Al Green are standing up and calling them out in real time. They don't want accountability. They want Democrats to just sit back and take it. But they're not going to get that. And while they throw their little fits, Trump is busy making sure America suffers even more on purpose.
As you can see, the market now, in the sense of financial markets, have now put America into negative territory. And you literally, because of the uncertainty and unreliability of Donald Trump's tariffs, you're inducing and producing a recession here at home that was totally unnecessary. There are good and bad tariffs. Donald Trump's replaced them with unreliable and uncertain tariffs. And the uncertainty is going to create a recession that was totally unnecessary, and Donald Trump will own it.
Donald Trump isn't just creating chaos in government. He's actively pushing the United States into a totally unnecessary recession. And for what? His own ego? Rahm Emanuel laid it out clearly. Trump's reckless trade war with Canada is plunging the economy into instability, creating global backlash, and setting the stage for an economic downturn that didn't need to happen. But here's the thing. Trump will own this recession. Markets are already reacting negatively. The financial sector is bracing for impact, and the ripple effect will hit working Americans first. Trump's erratic behavior on trade, slapping tariffs on Canada while alienating key allies, has turned America into a villain on the world stage. This isn't about making America great again. It's about manufacturing a crisis. If Trump can break the economy, he can use it as a campaign talking point. He'll blame Biden, blame Democrats, blame the media, but the reality is he's the one causing this mess. And the best part, even Fox Business knows it.
So, top line thought, if you will, on this whole thing with tariffs right now.
This is going to be hard. It might be a little painful, but the CEO of our country, President Donald Trump, is actually doing something that is really courageous, Harris. What I think Donald Trump is doing here, and we have to bear with him while it could be a little painful, is to ride through that time that we bring manufacturing home and we incentivize companies to manufacture here.
Even Fox Business can't hide what's coming. They're already bracing their audience for economic pain under Trump. They know the economy is about to take a hit, but instead of holding him accountable, they're gaslighting the American people into believing this is all part of the plan. Jackie DeAngelis, one of Fox Business co-hosts, flat out admitted that Trump's economy is going to be a little painful. But instead of calling out the policies causing it, she went full propaganda mode, telling Americans that they need to stand by Donald Trump in solidarity. That's the scam. They're setting expectations early so that when prices go up, when wages stagnate, when industry starts suffering, they can say, well, this is just part of the transition. We all need to be patient. Patient for what exactly? Because here's the reality. Billionaires won't be waiting for release. They're still getting tax cuts and loopholes. Corporations won't be struggling. They're still getting massive subsidies and deregulation. But working people, they're the ones who will be told to stick with it while their bills pile up and their wages stay flat. This is Donald Trump's playbook. He destroys the economy for working class while his billionaire donors profit. They're taking away lifelines while telling you to be patient. And if you push back, they'll say that you are the problem. This isn't economic strategy. This is straight up class warfare. Republicans are spiraling, and it's obvious. They control the House, the Senate, and the Oval Office. Yet they're already blaming Democrats for a government shutdown that they alone are responsible for. This isn't leadership. It's a pathetic attempt to shift blame before the disaster they created explodes in their faces. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.